There is a prophecy that has haunted the collective memory of humanity for thousands of years. It has been whispered in the catacombs of the early mystics, encoded in the warnings of the Virgin Mary at Fatima, carved into the stone tablets of the Hopi elders, and seen in the terrified visions of prophets from every corner of the globe. It is the prophecy of the 3 days of darkness. For centuries, this event has been painted as the ultimate punishment. A time of demons, of terror, and of the end of the world. It is a story that has been used to control us, to keep us small, and to keep us afraid of the dark. But we are now standing at the precipice of 2026. The vibration of the planet has changed. We no longer respond to the frequency of fear. We demand the frequency of truth. And the truth about this event is far more profound, far more scientific, and far more hopeful than anything you have been told before. Today, we are reopening the files of Dolores' canon. We are looking past the biblical doom and gloom to uncover the mechanics of the shift, because Dolores, through her connection to the superconscious and her conversations with the guardians of this planet, revealed a very different perspective on the 3 days of darkness. She didn't call it an apocalypse. She didn't call it a punishment. She called it a great reset. If you have been feeling a deep, inexplicable exhaustion lately, if you have been feeling like you just want to go to sleep and wake up in a different world, this message is for you. You are sensing the approach of the reboot. The planet is preparing to shut down just for a moment so that she can turn back on in a higher dimension. This video is your instruction manual for that transition. We are going to explain exactly what happens to the sun, what happens to your body, the physics of the 0 point, and most importantly what you must do and what you must not do when the lights go out. To understand the 3 days of darkness, we must first unlearn the fear. We must look at it through the lens of physics and planetary evolution. Think about your computer or your smartphone. When the operating system needs a major upgrade, when it needs to move from version 3.0 to version 5.0, what does it do? It cannot update while it is running. It cannot update while you are scrolling, clicking, and processing data. It must shut down. The screen goes black. The activity stops. To the uneducated observer, it looks like the computer has died. But the technician knows that in the silence, in the darkness, the code is being rewritten. The old bugs are being deleted. The new architecture is being installed. This is exactly what is about to happen to Earth. Dolores Cannon's subjects describe the Earth as a living entity that is currently vibrating at a dense third-dimensional frequency. But she is moving rapidly into a fifth-dimensional crystalline frequency. These two operating systems are incompatible. You cannot run 5D software on 3D hardware. The planet requires a moment of 0 point, a moment of absolute stillness where the magnetic fields collapse and then reorient themselves. Scientists call this a magnetic pole shift. Mystics call it the Great Shift. But the experience of it will be the same. The rotation of the planet will seem to pause. The magnetosphere which shields us will temporarily lower, and for a period of approximately 72 hours the sun will not rise. This is not the death of the sun. It is the slumber of the planet. It is the cosmic pause button. And while the old world screams in terror because their screens have gone dark, the awakened world, you, the ground crew, will know exactly what is happening. You will know that the darkness is not an invader. It is a cocoon. And inside that cocoon, a butterfly is being born. But let us go deeper into the science of this darkness. What actually causes it? Is it magic? No, it is astrophysics. Dolores's work align with the theories of the photon belt, a massive band of high-frequency gamma light that our solar system passes through in cycles of 26,000 years. This belt is a region of intense photonic energy. As we enter the core of this belt, the null zone, the intensity of the light is so high and the vibrational rate is so fast that it paradoxically interacts with our atmosphere to create a temporary opacity. The molecular structure of the air itself changes, becoming unable to transmit the visible spectrum of sunlight. It is a darkness caused by too much light, a frequency that our current 3D eyes register as blackness. This aligns perfectly with the ancient Mayan cosmology and the Hindu concept of the yugas. We are ending the Kali Yuga, the age of iron and darkness, and entering the Satya Yuga, the age of gold and light. The 3 days of darkness is the threshold between these two ages. It is the birth canal. It is the moment where the linear time of the 3D matrix collapses into the eternal now of the 5D reality. During this period, the laws of physics as we know them will be suspended. Electricity will not flow because the electromagnetic field that supports it will be in flux. This is why the prophecy says only blessed candles will burn. It is not about the wax or the blessing. It is about the organic plasma nature of fire versus the artificial grid-dependent nature of electricity. Crucially, the superconscious was explicit. This event is the divider. It is the physical mechanism that separates the old Earth timeline from the new Earth timeline. It is the final exam of polarization. Imagine two trains running on parallel tracks. 4 years, they have been running side by side. You could jump from one to the other. But now, the tracks are diverging. One track goes down into a tunnel, the other goes up onto a bridge. The 3 days of darkness is the point of divergence. Once it is over, you cannot switch trains. So what will it look like? How will it start? It will not be sudden. It will begin with a feeling, a heaviness in the air. The birds will stop singing. The wind will die down. There will be a sense of holding one's breath in nature. The sky will likely turn strange colors. Perhaps a deep red or a bruised purple. An aurora borealis visible at the equator before fading into a twilight that simply never brightens. The sun will set and it will not rise the next morning. The electric grid will fail. The internet will go silent. The satellites will stop transmitting. The noise of the modern world, the constant hum of traffic, data, and distraction will cease instantly. And in that silence, humanity will be left with the one thing it has been running from for centuries, itself. For those who are asleep, for those who are vibrating in fear and attachment to the material world, this will be terrifying. Their worst nightmares will be projected onto the screen of the dark. They will panic. They will loot. They will scream. They will manifest their internal chaos into external reality. Why does this happen? This brings us to the metaphysical danger of the event. During the 0 point, the veil between dimensions dissolves. The astral plane, the fourth dimension, where humanity's collective nightmares, fears, and demons reside, will bleed through into the physical. Because the magnetic field is down, there is no buffer. Thoughts become things instantly. This is why the mystics warned of demons knocking at the door or voices calling your name. These are not external monsters. They are thought forms. They are the unprocessed shadow side of humanity. If you are vibrating in fear, you become a magnet for these low-frequency entities. You attract what you are. This is why the protocol of staying inside is not just physical. It is spiritual quarantine. But for you, for the volunteers, this will be the most peaceful moment of your life. Dolores said that for the people of high frequency, the 3 days of darkness will feel like a long, deep, restorative sleep. You might not even be awake for most of it. Your pineal gland, sensing the absence of sunlight and the shift in magnetics, will flood your body with unprecedented amounts of melatonin and DMT. You will enter a state of spiritual hibernation. While your physical body sleeps, your light body will be working overtime. It is undergoing a process of biological alchemy. We are shifting from a carbon-based biology to a crystalline-based biology. Carbon is the element of the 3D world. It decays. It dies. Silicon crystal is the element of the 5D world. It holds light. It stores information. It is semi-immortal. During these 72 hours, the dense carbon structures of your cells are being burned away by the photonic energy and the crystalline structures are being activated. This is why you feel so tired now. Your body is literally building the new hardware to survive the power surge of the shift. If you were awake for the entire process, the physical sensation of this transmutation might be too intense to bear. So, the universe puts you to sleep. It is an act of mercy. However, there is a crucial protocol to follow for the moments you are awake. A set of rules given not just by Dolores, but by many seers throughout history. And these rules are not superstition. They are energetic protection. Rule number 1, go inside and stay inside. When the sky turns dark, go to your home. Lock your doors, close your windows, pull the blinds. Do not open them for anyone. This sounds harsh, but it is essential. The atmosphere outside during this transition will be charged with the chaotic release of the collective unconscious. The void outside is a vacuum that will try to suck energy from any light source it finds. You do not want to let that energy into your sanctuary. You do not want to witness the collapse of the old matrix. Your job is to hold the space of the new. Rule number 2. Cover the windows. Why? Because looking out connects you to the vibration of what is happening outside. It is an act of observation. And in quantum physics, observation collapses the wave function. By looking at the chaos, you participate in it. By closing the blinds, you declare, "My reality is peace." Dolores also mentioned that there may be cosmic phenomena, lights, ships, energies passing over the Earth that are too intense for the human eye to process. The mesmerizing nature of these lights could draw you out or damage your optic nerves. Keep your sanctuary sealed. Rule number 3. Use natural light. The electric lights will not work. Do not try to rely on generators or technology. This is a detox from technology. Use beeswax candles. Use oil lamps. Fire is a living plasma. It cleanses the air and raises the vibration. The soft glow of a candle creates a hypnotic alpha atmosphere that keeps you calm. Gather your family, huddle together, tell stories, pray, meditate, sleep. Do not try to check your phone. The network will be down. And even if it weren't, you do not want the frequency of the internet interfering with your DNA upgrade. Rule number 4. Do not fear. This is the most important rule. Fear lowers your immunity to the chaos. If you are afraid, you become a match for the low-frequency entities and thought forms that are being purged from the planet. If you are calm, if you are in a state of love and trust, you are literally invisible to them. You are vibrating on a different station. You are in the frequency bunker. But here is the secret that the doom prophets forget to tell you. You are not alone in the dark. Dolores Cannon revealed a massive piece of the puzzle that changes everything. She said that during this transition, the Galactic Federation and the guardians of our planet will be closer than ever before. They are not leaving us to die in the cold. They are managing the transition. Huge motherships, invisible to the naked eye, but massive in energy, will be stationed around the globe. They will act as a buffer. They will be beaming a stabilizing frequency down to the planet to ensure that the tectonic plates do not fracture too violently during the pole shift. They will be protecting the nuclear power plants to prevent meltdowns when the grid fails. The darkness is also a shield. It hides the Earth while the operation is performed. It is a period of planetary quarantine where no interference is allowed. The star seeds on Earth, you watching this, will act as the ground anchors for the ships above. Your light shining in your living room connects with their light in the sky. You are forming a grid of safety that holds the planet together while she is in surgery. You are the acupuncture needles channeling the cosmic chi into the planetary meridians. So, what happens when the 72 hours are over? It will not end with a bang, but with a dawn. The sun will rise again, but it will look different. Dolores described the post-shift world as having a clarity, a vibrancy of color that we have never seen before. The new Earth will be visible. The heavy gray filter of the 3D matrix will be gone. The grass will be a greener green. The sky will be a deeper blue. You will feel lighter as if a heavy coat has been taken off your shoulders because the weight of gravity and the weight of karma will have shifted. You will walk outside and the air will smell sweeter. The silence will be profound, but it will be a peaceful silence, not a fearful one. The people you see outside will be the ones who also made the shift, the ones who match the frequency. Those who were too heavy, too attached to the old violence and greed. They will simply not be there. They will have continued their journey on a different timeline, a timeline that matches their vibration. The split will be complete. We will have entered the 1,000 years of peace. This is the promise of the 20,126 timeline. It is not an end. It is a beginning. The 3 days of darkness are the birth canal. It is dark. Yes. It is tight. Yes. It is scary. Yes. But it is the only way to get from the womb to the world. We are currently in the contractions, the wars, the weather, the anxiety. These are the labor pains. But the head is crowning. The moment is near. I know this information is heavy. It sits in the chest with a weight that is hard to ignore. But I want you to reframe it right now. Imagine you are an astronaut. You are strapped into a rocket waiting for launch. The countdown has begun. The engines are roaring. The whole ship is shaking violently. It feels like everything is about to explode. If you didn't know you were an astronaut, you would be terrified. You would think you were dying. But because you know you are an astronaut, because you know the mission, you are not afraid. You are excited. You know that the shaking is necessary to break the gravity of Earth. You know that on the other side of the shaking is the stars. You are that astronaut. Your home is the rocket. The 3 days of darkness is the force of liftoff. Do not panic when the shaking starts. Do not panic when the lights go out. Just hold on. Close your eyes. Focus on your heart and wait for the weightlessness. You have prepared for this for lifetimes. You have read the books. You have watched the videos. You have done the inner work. You are ready. When the moment comes, you will not need this video. You will know exactly what to do. Your DNA will take over. You will become the leader, the healer, the calm center for everyone around you. So tonight, I want you to make a pact with yourself. A pact of peace. We are going to anchor this timeline of safety right now. We are going to build the grid of light before the darkness even arrives. Go to the comments below and write this declaration. It is a code for your subconscious mind. Write, I am the light in the darkness. Let this be your promise to the universe that when the sun sets and does not rise, you will rise instead. You will be the sun for your family. You will be the sun for your home. The Great Reset is coming, but we are not being deleted. We are being upgraded. Trust the process. Trust the darkness. And trust the light that follows. The new earth is waiting. Class is dismissed. See you in the morning.